Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be doing a tutorial of the song Kinnaram. I know it's been really heavily requested. So yeah, I decided to do the song. So without ado, grab a ukulele. Okay, and then make sure it's tuned first of all. Just make sure it's tuned. So if it's not tuned, just go back to your ukulele tuner and just tune it up. Don't forget to subscribe and actually like the channel. So if you have not watched the video, the link is in the bio. So I suggest you guys get a watch first. And if you have watched, then you've actually noticed that I'm using a low G string. So it sounds like this. So if you do not have a low G string, you don't have to worry, because you still can play the song on a high G string just like this. So, but I will adjust here and there about the different places where you use the high G. Okay, so we're going to start with the E minor chord with a little bit twist. So we got some hammer-ons, we got a bit of a pullback and stuff like that. So yeah, so get ready with your E minor chord. So it's like the E minor chord is just like this, you can see over here. On the first string, the A string, you put on the second fret. On the E string on the third fret, and on the C string on the fourth fret. Okay, a normal E minor chord lah. Okay, so the E minor chord but over here we have a change. And then what I like to use is when you strum with your fingers, do not strum like a normal ukulele, like how you normally strum. Because since here we're using fingerstyle, what I suggest is to use your thumb for the top two strings, index finger for the E string, and the middle finger for the last string. So you're holding it something like this. You're like pinching someone. Yeah, you're pinching a ukulele. Okay? So when you start off the song, it will use your thumb to actually strum the top three strings. Okay, we're going to strum the top three strings. Okay? So just follow it step by step, and this is how it sounds like. So if you're with your E minor, let go of your index finger. Okay? So after you strum the top three strings, use your middle finger to get ready to pluck the last string. So let go, then after put it back, let go. Then after that, use your index finger which will be ready to pluck the E string. So E minor, keep it there on the third fret. Then after, use your index finger on the second fret. Okay, so it's gonna sound like. Okay. So what I like to do is when you pluck. So I like to hammer on with my index finger. So okay, so that is the E minor part. So it's ta-na-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na-na. So that's the first chord, which is the E minor chord. And then the next chord is actually a D chord, D. Okay, so the D chord is simple with your top three strings over here. But what I would like to do is use my middle finger, the fleshy part, the top part over here, to actually fold on onto the strings and actually get the top three strings. Okay, so this is how the chord sounds like. Okay, so after this, I go to my D string. So with my D string, but now I don't use my middle finger anymore. I'm just using my thumb. So with the D chord, then I use my ring finger over here to hammer on to the third fret. Okay, to hammer on onto the third fret. So one straight away after I pluck. So after I strum, I'll hammer on with my ring finger. So then with my middle finger to pluck the last string. Okay, so after I pluck the last string, I'll keep my ring finger here, okay, because I'm hammering on. And then use my index finger. So after my ring finger here, my index finger to pluck the third fret. Okay, so it'll be third fret, then let go because your D is still there. Okay, so that's how it sounds like. Strum the top three strings. So this is how it sounds like. Strum the top three strings, hammer, then the bottom string, then use your index finger on the E string with your finger here. Let go. Okay, that's how it sounds like. So far that's how it sounds like. You can feel that it's actually building up. Yeah. Okay, so after you let go, then let go of the D chord completely, and then you can plug the E string open. Okay, so it's gonna sound like this. Yeah, that's how it sounds like. Okay, so it's gonna start with the E minor. Okay, and then the next chord is the C chord. But over here we don't really touch the C, so it's gonna be open ukulele. It's gonna be open ukulele. So okay, top three strings. So what I would like to do is use my middle finger to actually mute the bottom string. So when I strum, the bottom string doesn't play. So it's Okay, so after this, I'll be using top 3 strings again for the next C chord. Then using my middle finger, I will hammer onto the 2nd fret of the E string. So hammer, hammer, and then use my middle finger to again hammer on the 3rd fret. So then I'll use my middle finger, my index finger to assist me. Yeah. So after my hammer on here, the 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open. Then my thumb, I'll just use my thumb to play the 2nd fret on the C string. Then my index finger on the E string. Then this is the fun part. If I have a low G, I'll do this. If I do not have a low G, pause a few seconds. Yeah. Okay. So the part is this. If you have a low G string, you can use the 4th fret of the top string, then the 2nd fret of the E string, the C string. So 2nd fret of the C string. E minor. And this is the part. So one alternative is like how you play with the normal low G string, but it's gonna sound awkward. So instead of going to the low note, we will go to the high note. Okay. So for this, I'll play a note like this. Okay. So for that, I'll be using my index finger on the top string on the 4th fret and my ring finger on the 5th fret of the bottom string, the A string. So it will be plug the top, then with my index finger plug the bottom, then E minor. Okay, so after that, after the chorus, we'll be moving on to the verses, yeah. And so it's not so complicated. It's just one chord, which is a B minor chord. So it's a bar chord. Remember the index finger bar on the 2nd fret, and then use your ring finger on the 4th fret of the top string, B minor. Okay, so B minor. And then we'll be using our 2 fingers to plug the bottom 2 strings. Index finger on the E string and the middle finger on the A string. Okay, so it's gonna be okay. So after, just follow the tabs you've given over here. After you strum E string, then A string, then use a ring finger on the 5th fret of the E string. Then again open means the 2nd fret of the bottom string, A string. Then after that, use your ring finger to put it on the 5th fret of the A string, but with your bar chord over here, and you strum down. Okay, after you strum down, open. After you strum down, let go of your ring finger. Then put your ring finger on the E string, 5th fret again. Then play the A string and repeat. After this, we'll be going to na 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 na. So it's like a staircase. So it's just 3 chords. Okay, but with a lot of finger picking also. Okay. So for this, for the first chord, we're using the E minor chord. Just the sequence of the chords is the same as our chorus. So for now, we'll be using the E minor chord. So use your thumb strum, extend your pinky to the 7th fret, then slide it to the 5th fret, then let go. Okay, so it will be 7, 5, then let go of the pinky. So you'll be having your E minor. Then let go of the index finger, so it'll be open. Then with your so the next chord will be the D chord. But instead of the normal D that we play with the top 3 strings, we'll be covering only the top 2 strings. So using your index finger like this, we'll be holding something like this. So after you play, strum 1, strum down. Use your pinky on the 5th fret. Then use your ring finger on the 2nd. And then let go. Okay, that is the D. And then the next one is the C side. So the C side is the top 3 strings open. Then use your index finger on the 2nd fret. Let go. Then the 3rd fret of the E string. Then the 2nd fret. And then the same thing. And then you play the chorus again, the whole thing. So that's it. That is the entire song. So I know it's actually quite short and it's easy in theory, but you really need a lot of practice to actually get the muscle memory and to master it. Because it's actually a fast-paced song, that's why it might be challenging in the start. It might be a bit overwhelming, but yeah, practice makes perfect. So yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to this channel for more awesome content. Yeah, and I will try my best to actually start posting tutorials more frequently. Yeah, and I hope you like it. So enjoy.